Right on. Yesterday was National Night Out.
No, I missed it.
That's a National Taco Day.
Yeah, I went to, I think, 6 places and then went to my own neighborhood's night out. And I'm proud to say I knew every neighbor. Because that's the key. Do you know all your neighbors, right?
I was doing National Night In.
I did
Oh,
too.
yes.
I went home and
I celebrate every day.
You
turned my porch light off.
have some papers for me?
I had some extra time yesterday, and so I have another spot in the with me.
Thank you so much. And you dated it.
Nice, no better.
And can you have the clerks pull these files for me?
Yeah, you want that for a while?
Yes, so I can write in here.
One good one.
Good morning. All right, I'm going to call the docket. It is 9:01 a.m. Brennan, so I gave people an extra minute if they were late. Okay, thank you. All right, in custody, we have Jacqueline Wells. Christopher Saxon is on bond. Dean Delgado is in custody. Daniel Maris Medina. Dion Coleman. Starling Rodriguez is in custody. Vanessa Rosano in custody.
I'm here for her, Judge.
Thank you. Mario Guerra.
I'm here for him and he's present.
Thank you. Jonathan Ruiz is in custody. Roger Campos. Thank you. Alfonso Ramos. Courtney Armstrong. Olivia Osorio. Goodness, she's not even here and I pronounced that correctly. Manuel Adame. Thank you. Jeremy Alvarez Perez is in custody. Jose Valdez. Leticia Lopez is in custody. All right, is there anyone whose name was not called? All right, so yes.
David Arthur Lopez III.
I'm sorry, what's the first name?
David
Mhm.
Lopez.
All right, is he indicted or no?
It's not indicted.
So we don't have pre-indictment cases? Yes. But if you want to see if your client shows, you're more than welcome to hang around to see if he shows, but we don't have pre-indictment cases unless defense attorneys request it.
I want to visit with the DA anyway.
All right, thank you. All right, so these are the rules of the court. Attorneys who are here, if you have someone who's in custody, let the deputy know so they can bring your client out for you. The state has their boxes of files. Just grab a file, give it to them, take a seat, and they will call you in the order of appearance. Please do not approach the court if you have not conferred with the state, spoken to your client, and tendered an offer to the client if the state was able to give an offer to you. Once all of that is done, just grab a file, ask the clerk to grab your file. They'll put it here, have a seat. I'll call you up in the order in which you'll appear. All paperwork must be turned in by 12:45, or else you and your client will be called back. And I don't make any guarantees that it will be inconvenience for you, but it is inconvenient, I know, when you have to get called back. So everyone, today is Wednesday. Is that right, Brenda?
Yes.
We're in the middle of the week. We're closer to Friday than we were yesterday. So put some patience in your pocket. Have a great day, and let's confer with respect to each other. Thank you.
I know we'll be halfway there.
And I do have copies of the motions. Vanessa and Rosano. We're gonna bring her up in just a second. Please.
All right, and to prosecutors who are at the table, make note those little green microphones. If you don't want your discussions broadcast, be sure to put that on red. Yes.
Do you need the information on Saxon? Sorry, you already have it. correct?
Yes,
You already have
yes.
it. Okay. Just wanna make sure.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
You're looking for first.
Good morning. I saw you downstairs.
Good for you.
All right, here you go. And they just need to go into the system today. Excuse me. Could you grab me the file? Thank you. All right. Where is Michael Villarreal? Did he go into the back?
He's the back, I think, with witnesses or something.
All right, could you just have him, if you could knock back that for me, please? Yes. And Mr. Saxon, if you can come forward. Good morning. All right, so Mr. Saxon, your attorney is having a Monday today. So, yeah, his water tank is leaking. So, of course, he has to take care of that. So, we can try calling this for this afternoon, but as you know, with plumbers, and I will tell you, I think plumbers are great, but sometimes work takes longer than the homeowner anticipated. So I'm sure he's trying to have his water tank repaired because that's probably the least expensive route. And I think that's probably going to take maybe 2 hours. And then they're going to tell him it can't be repaired. So I think it would probably be best for this to come back tomorrow. I don't know, you have witnesses, correct?
I do, and I have one here, but let me just make sure that she's available
Yes.
tomorrow, Judge.
If
that's
you can
okay.
find out when she's available, and Mr. Saxon will coordinate with your schedule as well.
Okay.
All right. Wait a minute, it's the sentencing that will never happen.
right.
Hello.
Yeah. See, and then now it comes back. And all of a sudden, Mario Guerra, but Vanessa Rosano's in the back.
I went to Vanessa.
This needs to go to the voucher committee. All right, Mario Guerra. Is this family violence?
It is, Judge, it's a motion to amend bond conditions.
All right, so as soon as Mr. Villarreal comes in, I'll take that up.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
fine. Thank you. And Ms.
And counsel is Vanessa Rosano. Is that family violence as well?
Yes, actually, Judge. I don't know whether they've made it 701 or not. I know it's an ag assault, but I don't know if they made it 701.
Okay. All right, so let me find out. Criminal Trial Division, are you all on Vanessa Rosano? Or is that family violence?
That should be us, Judge, but I'll double check.
Okay. And if it's them, counsel, if you would like to confer with them, please. Yes.
This is Jim Comfort. She is available tomorrow.
Okay, so Mr. Saxon, if you can come up, please. All right, Mr. Saxon, are you able to come back tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, so Ms. Ferguson on Saxon, we'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. All right, so we'll see you back tomorrow.
Like, call my mom.
Sorry.
Witnesses, I have a couple witnesses, they were on their way down here.
Yeah. Oh, you can.
Can I ask them if more?
Oh, sure, if you want to call them.
Okay.
But I will tell you this, anybody who has an issue with witnesses, they can always appear by Zoom.
Okay.
So either way is fine. Let me give you your reset form. And if they need to appear by Zoom, just let us know and we'll give them the Zoom link so they can appear. We'll give it to your attorney.
Yes.
Here, Mr. Saxon. If you will sign that. You're welcome. The green, yes. That's okay. Yeah, and the yellow's for your attorney, but we'll let him know. All right, you're excused. All right, and where's the PR bond report on Jacqueline Wells? All right. So Mario Guerra.
Did you need a copy of the motion, Judge?
I have a copy.
Okay.
Is it the second amended motion?
It is, Judge.
All right. Court is calling. I thought I had moved the computer enough to see you, but then, yeah, then I'm like, she's missing. All right. You know, we should zoom you in so we could see your face. We're gonna start doing that. Court is calling 2021 CR 1198, State of Texas versus Mario Guerra. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Michael Villarreal for the state.
for the defense?
Melissa Christian.
And are you Mr. Guerra?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is the second amended motion to amend bond conditions. Defense, have you had a chance to review the motion?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, defense. I
actually
look, I
drafted
say
it.
your name, but I'm looking at Michael. I'm sorry, Mr. Villarreal, have you had a chance to review the motion?
I have.
All right, and state, are you in objection?
Yes, sir.
All right. So defense is your motion, you may proceed.
Judge, the circumstances of Mr. Guerra's home life have changed. His wife has taken another job, I believe, and so he is requesting that the court allow him to take his children and drop them off a couple of blocks from school, and also to be able to take them to doctor's appointments. We attached as an exhibit to the motion all of the locations and the names and the addresses so that the court could see what we're talking about here. And that's what he's requesting.
All right. Well, I will tell you, one of my concerns is, and Mr. Guerra, I don't take any of these charges as true because I haven't received any facts and it hasn't been presented to me as such. But based upon your charges, my first concern is the school drop off.
And Judge, in particular, I think it's important for the relevant allegations in this case of that the child in question was a friend of his child. So, and they went to school together is how these kids met. And so the concern is, even if it's picking up a couple blocks from school, who's to say that interactions with those children will not happen? I think specifically, I mean, obviously globally, just based on the charge and the nature of the charge itself, but specifically as it relates to the facts of the case, we are in objection to, it's really just the last three of what's marked Exhibit A on the defense's motion, which is drop-offs from school.
So state, let's see what we have an agreement on. Do you have any objection to him taking his children to doctor's appointments?
I don't, the only concern I have is some of them say, after taking them to the doctor, I want to drop them off at the school.
Okay, no, we're just dealing with, let's find out where we agreed at, then we can discuss the disagreements.
I
So,
think, actually, I think with respect, Judge, I think that what Mr. Villarreal is saying is that they're kind of intertwined because the doctor's appointments all have something to do with school. They're either a pickup from school and take to a doctor and then drop back at school, or they're a take to a doctor early in the morning and then drop back at school. So it's kind of intermixed. That's the problem.
all right, so there's no objection to him actually taking the children to the doctor's appointments.
No, him going to the doctor.
No, let's just focus on,
Yeah.
no objections to him taking his children to the doctor's appointments. Well, and we'll deal with the location later, but so nobody has an objection with him taking his children to the doctor's appointments.
I have no objection with him going to any of those locations on
Okay.
page Exhibit A.
All right,
first
so
page.
we know it's fine for him to do that. My issue is with the school contact. So my concern is the complainant being at the school, which,
The complainant is not there. She's being homeschooled.
all right,
This specific complaint is not, it's just the nature of how this child met Mario Guerra, which I don't think is a fact in question from both the state and the defense.
okay. So I do have concerns, Mr. Guerra, and I'm trying to see if there is any way around his contact with the school. So is there any way around that?
So Mr. Guerra put forth to me that he had a location that was several blocks from the school. I think Mr. Villarreal still objects, but Mr. Guerra is willing to work with the court in any way on a kind of a neutral location or a location that's got cameras or whatever the court would like to do, which is somewhat close to the school so the kids can get to his car so that he can take them where they need to go.
All right. So State, is there any agreement that you can reach with the defense as far as the pickup location for the children?
I mean, Judge, the only thing that I think that I could agree to would be if there's a police station close to this location, because there's cameras at the police station, there's police there. There's a lot less incentive for a child that's unrelated to Mr. Guerra to get into the vehicle.
Okay, let me ask you this. How old are your children?
My youngest is just turned 13 and my oldest is 15.
All right, so,
And we would not object to the court making a condition that no unrelated child could get in the car.
the only issue with that is that there's no one with him, no adult to say, hey, this is an unrelated child. So I'm trying to see what protections can be put in place to alleviate any fears. I don't know what school this is, but is there a police station close, a substation close to the school?
There's a DPS,
What school is it to begin with?
Kennedy High School and Brentwood Middle School.
Okay,
They're side by side.
all right. No, I'm familiar with the location. I've been there several times. So is there, but I haven't noticed, is there a substation near there?
I have to look at.
Let me see. If there's a substation that maybe is in walking distance, let me see. I'm going to Google.
Let's do that.
And I'll just see if there's one near Brentwood. Because I think the high school student could probably walk a couple of blocks, maybe further. All right. Well, this doesn't help me any.
So you believe there's a DPS station?
There's the Texas Department of Public Safety right across on General Nolan.
Okay.
The location that we were requesting was a McDonald's that was right across the street from there.
All right, so I'm looking at this and I don't know. If you all want to, Mr. Villarreal, you have access to internet on your computer?
I'm looking right now, Judge.
All right, so if you all could look and see, because things look close on the map, when you find out, oh, that's actually 10 miles away. So if you all want to look on with Mr. Villarreal to see what the location is. So it appears to me that there is a tentative agreement. It's just a matter of the location for pickup and drop off. So if you all want to confer with Mr. Villarreal a little bit on the location and see what the distance is, and then we'll come up with something.
Okay. And then I think we're ready on that other one, Judge.
Okay, and is Michael Villarreal on that one as well, or no?
No, it's CTV.
Okay. Who's here on Dion Coleman?
I'm here for Mr. Rich's office.
All right.
Sydney Reed. I'm his associate attorney.
Oh, okay. All right, just give me a moment and I'll take that matter up in just a moment, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Christian, do you want to look with Mr. Villarreal on that location?
Yeah, he's hunting right now. I'm watching over. here.
Okay. I guess you can do that part of the map where it says walking distance. And see, they're saying an east substation. but I don't know the distance. Let me see.
Oh, it's right there, right? Wasn't that the school right across the street?
This is John. Kerry. Yes.
Well, that was a problem.
But they're gonna have cameras. Yeah, boxers there. Oh, yeah, for sure. Can we approach?
Yes.
Approach?
Yes. Mr. Guerra. Okay. So we are back on the record.
So I believe the state would not object to the DPS location, which is 1803 South General McMullen, if I am correct.
That's correct.
All right, so if you all will write your agreement into the motion. So Mr. Guerra,
Yes, ma'am.
the state and the defense have agreed that you will be allowed to pick up your children from the location at 1803 South General McMullen. So that means that specific location, you're not allowed to pick up your children from either of their schools. You understand?
Mhm.
And when you are bringing, that's yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
And when you are bringing them back, you are to bring them back at the 1803 South General McMullen. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that means that you are not to follow them to their schools or anything. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you do that, what will end up happening is there will be a violation filed, and the court will make a decision on any bond violations before me. And those decisions could be maybe placing you back on full house arrest, or those decisions could mean you are to go back into custody. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do
And-
you have any confusion about anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Dropping them off in the morning as well for
yes.
school,
You are not allowed to go to the school.
but I can drop them off at the DPS location in the morning.
Yes.
And Judge, just as a matter of, since to, I guess, alleviate more of the state's concerns that he's not allowed to have any unsupervised contact with any other children than his own.
We have no objection.
All right. You all want to put that in there and everybody initial it. And Mr. Guerra, I want you to initial it as well. So you're on notice.
I misspelled Dion, but, General I got right, but I think I misspelled Dion.
See, it's it's MC.
Okay, I think I put him in.
Okay, that's okay.
Just initial.
Yes, just in.
So fun fact, Brenner, we're not on record. So I used to work in a library. And you would have to put, of course, the books are in order of the Dewey Decimal System.
Sure.
Plus they're in order by author, alphabetically. And so when it would come to Mac, MC and MAC, even though it's just MC, you treat it as though it's MAC to put it in order on the shelf. And people would always come to the library, Brenna, and they would want to put the books up. I'm like, do not do that. Because, they put them out of order. And then when we would have inventory,
Oh, Lord.
can you imagine you have a giant library and you have to do inventory? That means you have to account for every single book. And when you have people who are coming in, placing things outside the Dewey Decimal System, you would have to go through the entire library, upstairs, downstairs, and it was 3 floors, and try to find that book.
I worked at a library too in college, well, at my university,
Yes.
but I did government documents, so it wasn't.
And here's, and here's one of the other worst things about being in the library in a bookstore period. When you add more books, where do you think those books go? You have to shift.
Oh,
And so
right.
you have to
Make
take,
room for them. right?
yes, and it's out there. And Brenna, another fun fact, do you know paperbacks, when the bookstore does not sell them, after a certain amount of time, they tear off the cover. And when you tear off the cover, if you read the inside, it says, if you purchase this book without a cover, that means that the author has not received any royalties. So nobody ever.
I never knew that.
Yes.
That's interesting.
I read everything on the book. All right, so we're back on the record. So Mr. Guerra,
Yes, ma'am.
this is the order. Could you all silence your microphones? Thank you. So, Mr. Guerra, this is the order. And it's agreed to. So you're allowed to pick up your children from the 1803 South General McMullen location. And you're allowed to drop off your children at the 1803 South General McMullen, but you're not allowed to go to any school. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are not to have any unsupervised contact with any unrelated child.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is there any confusion about the court's order?
No, ma'am.
All right, and you are aware that if you violate this order, what's going to end up happening is the state probably will file a motion stating that you violated the order. We'll have a hearing, and one or two things are going to happen. Either these orders are going to continue, or either you may be put on full house arrest, or either we may end up hearing your case when you're brought over in orange, red, or whatever color they classify you as. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so the court will sign your agreed order. Your next court date is already set for October 24th.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Is there any questions about anything?
No, Judge.
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Then you're excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
That'd be fun. Thank you.
All right, and whoa. All right, they're hot. Well, they finally fixed everything. Okay, I'm Vanessa Rosano.
Yes, Your Honor. Would you like her? up here?
Yes. Okay, this is a motion to set bond. Do I have the PR bond information on this case? Vanessa Rosano.
I'm pretty sure you don't. And if I could just briefly kind of tell the court what's gone on.
Yes.
This is a brand new appointment for me. September 23rd is basically when I was appointed. It's an MTR out of this court. It has to do with a failure to report. And Miss Rosano, at the time where she failed to report, was basically being stalked by somebody who's now been sent to prison for doing that. She was on the run from this individual, and I had the name and the SID number. But that was the basis of it. She just wants a bond set because she has no one to take care of her animals or her home or anything, and she's afraid that she's going to lose all
But
that.
do you want to confer with the state on the
I
actual?
did confer with the state. I
Good.
told the state that she was able to come up with about $500, so she could probably make a $5,000 bond or something less if it was.
No, I
too
mean,
long.
confer with the state on the allegations in the motion.
We can, Judge, if we can get it.
I mean, I haven't even received the MTR.
Okay, all right. Can you print them a copy of the MTR? And just, let's see where we are on that, because I cannot set a bond until I have more information. And the quickest way for me to get that information is through a PR bond report.
Okay.
But they've changed the rules on that.
Oh, okay.
So it may be something that you all can come to an agreement to.
Okay, Judge.
All right. All right, now we have Dion Coleman. Yes. Thank you. Thanks for signing it and dating it. All right, Brenda, you ready? Court is calling night mag number 622-896, 622-897, State of Texas versus Dion Coleman. Could I have parties announce for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Sydney Reed with the law office of Derek Ritchie, who represent Dion Coleman.
All right, so where is Mr. Coleman?
He is currently in jail in Hayes County. He picked up another charge.
Okay. All right, the defense has filed a motion to withdraw as counsel. State, do you have any objections? All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you make note for us, please, that Mr. Coleman is in Hayes County? All right, I'll grant your motion to withdraw. Is there anything else, counsel?
No, Judge, appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Then you're excused.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you hand that back to me, please? All right, who's here on Daniel Maris Medina?
Morning.
Good morning. Oh, state, you all want to move that microphone? Thank you, Michael. All right. So where are we on this case, counsel?
It's a first setting, Your Honor. I spoke with Brittany about the case. We don't have an offer at this time. I would, because it was recently indicted, I have some more evidence I haven't been able to go over with my client yet.
Okay,
And I believe the state will probably make an offer at the next setting.
Yes, Judge, we need to reach out to the complaining witness and we're just requesting 30 days.
all right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a regular reset on Daniel Maris Medina, please? Can I see a reset phone? All right, so we're
One
gonna,
other,
Hmm?
one other thing to address the court, Your Honor.
yes,
My client is not a US citizen. When I obtain a plea offer, I would like to ask for an immigration to be a letter, someone to be appointed for that.
all right, Ms. Ferguson, can you appoint an immigration attorney, please? All right, it's going to be Teresa Close Davila. Do you have her contact information?
I do not.
All right, I will give that to you in just a moment. All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you put her contact information and maybe see if she can zoom in? So she can speak with counsel? All right, she's going to see if we can get her to zoom in.
Yes, sir.
And here, our counsel, if you and your client will sign, please.
Can I have you sit back in the gallery?
Yes.
We're ready again on Rosano.
All right, if you can come forward.
Pardon me.
Judge, can I give this to you?
Thank you. All right, so and Vanessa Rosano, it's the court's understanding that the state is withdrawing the motion.
That is our understanding.
All right, see how things work out. So we don't have to do anything else. All right, so Ms. Rosano, the state is withdrawing the motion. Probation is here, so probation will be speaking with you. Make sure that you communicate with them. Let me see what conditions you have.
The probation did already provide a card for her that has her officer's name and phone number on it for her to contact immediately.
Okay, so I'm not the person who placed you on probation. It was someone before I think before I took the bench. Is there anything that you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am, just, long as I can get, excuse me. Oh.
Probably protection from this
Yeah,
individual
I
that
have-
assaulted
I
her, but
have-
he, no, I don't talk, but he has been sentenced to prison.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing. In this court, I don't know how other courts do it, but in this court, when I place you on probation, I'm hoping that you'll be successful. Otherwise, I wouldn't place you on probation. I would send you to prison. So in this court, in order to be successful, it's very important that you communicate with probation. I explain it to people. It's sort of like this. When somebody owes you money and they were in contact with you before you loaned them money, and then now they don't call you back when the money's due,
Yes, ma'am.
and you see them shopping or going on vacation and you're like, don't they know they owe me money?
Yes, ma'am.
It's sort of like that. It's sort of like if that person would just pick up the phone and say, hey, I know I owe you money, but this is what's going on in my life. I was in a car accident or I had this family matter to come up. So with you, you need to make sure that if there's a reason you can't report to probation, that you call them and you say, this is what's going on in my life. So probation on Miss Rosano, I'm going to ask that her conditions be alternate and amended to include a field visit. So it's a field visit to make sure that you're safe and everything's okay. So they'll be popping out there. Okay.
No problem. Yes, ma'am.
And if you discover that this individual has been released from prison, let probation know.
Yes, ma'am.
So then they may step up their field visits to make sure that you're okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. If there is nothing else, then
May we be excused?
you may be excused. I love your pen.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Bye-bye. Yes,
Once a month or just once they visit to make sure everything's okay?
just once a month, and tell them to pop in as needed, just to make sure that there is no issues with the other person bothering her.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, that's done and that's withdrawn, so that can be in the system.
Judge, have a fabulous day.
All right, thank you, you too. All right, Robago,
Yeah, I'm present on that.
yes.
I was present on August 23rd, but my client wasn't.
Mhm.
I was unable to get in touch with him prior to that, Judge. But I have recently made contact with him several times. And I guess I just want a little direction as far as.
Is he in custody?
The bond forfeiture. No, I mean, it's not.
He needs to present himself.
Okay.
And then what's going to end up happening?
Happening Friday.
No, we're going to be in jury selection.
Okay.
He can come in on Monday, but you may want to confer with the state with regards to his actual case, because what's going to end up happening is because a remand without bond has been issued for non-appearance, I will have to see a complete workup of him in order to make a bond for him.
What is a workup of it?
The
What does
quickest
that
way is
entail?
through a request for a PR bond, because it will have everything that I need to make a decision, because the system that's supposed to be set up has not been set up. So laws were passed and no system was set up to accommodate the laws that were passed. So the quickest way I've discovered for me to stay in compliance with the laws that were passed is to have a PR bond evaluation done. Not saying I will give a PR bond, but it's something for me to look at so I can make a decision.
Yes, sir. Apparently he, I guess, made a cash bond, one of his relatives. did that.
Okay.
So that's been forfeited already? Is there a possibility of reinstating that?
I mean, it's possible, but I can't do anything until I see the PR bond. I don't think this has gone into NISA yet or anything, has it? That's really what it depends on. So you may want to check with the clerk to see that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Monday would be good.
I believe Monday would be good. Just contact Ms. Ferguson and she'll let you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, no.
So yes, so you want to get that done before that happens. And you may want to talk to the clerk to find out when it's approaching that point.
Talk to the clerk in the bond forfeiture or.
Oh, no, he'll be able to tell you, Lupe should be able to tell you how close.
This one is set on the docket. Who has to be brought out? Yes. Okay.
And can you check and see if this person is in custody? The cause number is 2021 CR 4086. All right. Yes. Well, you just gave me that. This, you've already given it to me. Well, you just looked it up.
No, the attorney wants to put you.
No, I'm saying you just looked it up. I've already signed this.
No.
Shepard.
He just came right here, what? Well, let him know.
Mhm. Here you are. Mr. Martinez, Ray Martinez, please stop hitting the microphone. Thank you. All right, and Mr. Statson,
Yes, Judge.
so she is zooming in.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you. And let me give you the Zoom link. Here you are, Mr. Statson. You're welcome. Ms. Ferguson? I need Tyrone Shepard called for next week. Ray Martinez, please stop hitting the microphone. Thank you. All right, it's 2021 CR 8392 and 2021 CR 4086. He already has a November date, but I want to make sure that the defense is not seeking to withdraw from his case. Why do
You want to reapproach him. Step out.
you? But counsel, you all are coming back on that case on October 10th.
You're talking to me
Yes,
that?
yes.
On which one, Judge?
Shepard.
Okay,
All right, so see you all back here on October 10th.
October 10th. Is that for the hearing to,
No, I've already granted that. I need to know whether or not you all are planning on not representing him any longer.
okay,
Yes, so you all are coming back on October 10th. And then you have Dean Delgado.
yes, Judge, they're bringing him up.
All right, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Brenda. Because you know, the guy who came in, he said, all of these should be on 100. I'm like, really? Everyone should be on 100? So I can hear everything. No, I can hear the ants crawling and the ants are talking about what they're having for lunch. Mhm. Awesome, thank you. It does, right?
I was just double checking.
All right, and I'm sorry, Mr. States, and we're still waiting for her to zoom in.
All right, no problem.
All right, thank you for your patience. And Mr. States, and your client is not a Spanish speaker, is he? All right, so I'm just wondering if he would need an interpreter or not.
No interpreter unless I have like plea bargain paperwork I would do.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And I did want to approach,
Yes,
Brittany.
yes.
My client is on GPS
Mhm.
in 3 cases. 2 are misdemeanors, county court 7. Those are family violence. While he was waiting trial for that, these 2 cases here were indicted. So he had been on GPS for about 8 months
Yes,
previously. And now GPS is only on probably 1 case here in your court. He doesn't want the GPS removed. He just wants it to have fees waived. I'm court appointed. He can't hire an immigration.
oh,
attorney.
yes, I'll ask that fees be waived. Could
And
I, and which case is he on GPS for?
2020 CR 9069.
Just 1 second, let me do this. All right, so what is the cause number?
2022 CR 9069.
All right, could I have a B page on that, please?
And I did see that on bear.org, it said partial house arrest.
Mhm.
Would that allow him potentially to seek employment?
Are you gonna have any objection to him seeking? Yes. And I'll put it in the order that he's allowed to seek employment.
Or thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Brittany.
And I just put you in the waiting room, so,
There was, I'm sorry, there was background noise.
oh, no, no problem, no problem at all. So as soon as she pops in, I will send you all both to a breakout room.
Okay.
All right,
May I excuse my client?
yes, your client is excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Oh, and I'm sorry, Mr. Stateson, does your client have employment or is he seeking employment?
He's seeking employment.
All right, so State, do you want a time frame? Do you want a time frame for him to be allowed to seek employment?
Yeah, should we talk about giving 24 hours notice prior to him going to his interview or wherever he's going?
Absolutely.
If he finds a place, you will contact pretrial, let them know in advance,
Okay,
at least 24 hours. Yes.
all right, thank you.
Judge.
This is all about like you're welcome, so you just have to find it. Really like that. Something kind of really covered by.
I mean, yeah, once it gets into.
You would rather not approach on it until it's.
I don't think you have to.
No, it's just that for before. All the time. Like it is. Keep going.
Here, if you can make sure this is in the system. All right, who is here on Delgado? Yes, what is happening with Delgado?
Judge, we filed a motion to withdraw. I've spoken with him about it. He's gonna need a court-appointed attorney.
All right, Mr. Delgado, can you come forward? He'll need a court-appointed attorney if I allow you to withdraw. Yes,
Correct, Judge.
all right. Court is calling 2022 CR 3996, State of Texas versus Dean Pablo Delgado. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Michael Miller out the state.
for the defense?
Paul Vasquez.
All right, and are you Mr. Delgado?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your attorney has filed a motion to withdraw from your case. Have you had a chance to discuss that motion with your attorney? Do you have any objection to your attorney withdrawing? State, do you have any objection to the withdrawal?
No, you're-
All right, the motion to withdraw will be granted. And you are excused, counsel. All right, Mr. Delgado, are you able to afford an attorney? Do you need an attorney appointed to you? All right, Ms. Ferguson, just have a seat. We're going to see about getting you a court-appointed attorney. All right, so this one's not done. Yes, we were wondering about that.
Broken in.
All right, and Ms. Ferguson, if you'll go to the breakout room, it's breakout room number 1. And I think Mr. Stateston should be there. Yes.
Morning, Judge. How are
Good
you?
morning. Great.
May I approach on 2 off docket cases?
Are they indicted?
One is not, one is.
Do you have the file?
I do not have the file for the indicted one, and they said there is no file for the unindicted.
All right, so I need the files that are available.
I'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
Judge.
Yes. Okay,
They are.
yes.
This is the first one.
All right, have you conferred with the state?
I'm not.
Yes, communication is key. All right, have you conferred with the state? They're what? Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, communication is key.
And Your Honor, may I be excused? It's a special prosecutor on this case, so may I step up to call them?
All right, so here's the question.
Yes, Judge.
On this case,
Yes.
the state will give you the information that you're seeking. Are you seeking a witness?
They will, but we don't want them to know that we're seeking it because they know our trial strategy. And they don't have it at this point.
Well, I will tell you on these cases, when they're indicted and filed, I always ask for these documents.
In this case, there are people listed that they will not ask.
Okay,
Or that they may not ask.
okay.
I won't presume.
When is this going to be produced? That's the question. Because I don't want us to be waiting for this for trial. I know, but
Like if they have like. Are you saying you like have a deadline on it?
yes. Because otherwise, we could be on the day of trial. And since this is sealed, it's not going to show up to me that this hasn't been done. So that's a problem.
Normally they're pretty quick.
Okay.
Like, I mean. And the fact that the top one is pretty, I think,
Mhm.
but if you would like, to add a deadline or have us add a deadline, we can definitely do that.
Yes, there needs to be a deadline, and you'll need to make a copy of it so that the party will have it.
I've learned so much. The first time I saw one, I did not-
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, we need to get the word out.
And you have to get it unsealed in order to do that.
I think we have to do that one.
Never do it again.
I learned that lesson.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I will be back. I've got a call.
All right, sure. All right, Mr. Stateson. I know that where's Mr. Stateson? Norma, can you contact Mr. Stateson and let him know Ms. Davila is here? Good morning. Oh, you're muted.
Okay,
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Great. Do you have any more trips scheduled?
I do. I have 2 trips coming up.
Ah, where are you going this time?
In November, I'm going to Kenya, and in December, I'm going to Greece and Italy with my son.
I know. I love Greece and Italy, but I need to get to Kenya. You're going to have to send me photos.
I'll send you photos. I'm going to be taking a million photos.
All right. And let me know about the immunizations or whatever you have to take before you go.
Yeah, I will. Right now, it looks like there are just some that are highly recommended. So I'm going to go next week to the clinic and check that out. So.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to put in the chat box the name of the person
Okay.
that you will be representing for immigration as it relates to the criminal case and not his entire immigration case.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm going to send you to a breakout room with Mr. Stateson.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Mr. Stateson, if you'll go back to breakout room number 1, please. And then Ms. Davila, you can be excused from there.
Back in May, so I don't really have a high expectation of you remembering. What I wanted, it was for what number? Yeah. The first one. I know how. Okay. Morning, Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
I had previously approached the judge about, or this court about the motion for a weapon to be released, and the court has wanted me to confer with the state on it, and the state has no objections.
Okay, so the only thing with this, the new law requires that there be a that it be notarized.
Okay.
So if you do that, then, oh,
Motion or?
no, the notarized saying that all is true and correct, and that you swear
the
that,
Verification.
yes.
Okay.
So if you do that for me, then we'll take that up.
Easy peasy.
Yes,
Okay. Yeah.
you're welcome. Great morning. All right, you too.
Verification. Notarized.
Good morning. I need to talk to the judge about Emmanuel Obama.
Yeah.
All right, Manuel Jame. All right, so what is happening with this case?
Judge, so this is a case, he has a pending state jail with us. He also has a endangering of a child with family violence that they that we've talked to the intake attorney, and we expect that we're hoping that we can get it either indicted or something happening with it in the next 30 days. And that way we can resolve them all together.
All right. So Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset, please? On Emmanuel Obama. All right, so we're going to come back on November 9th, and I'll give you a reset form.
Okay.
All right, after you sign that, you're excused.
Okay.
Yeah. That changes the entire conversation. What are you all worried about?
Thank you, Ms. Davila. Have a great rest of your day.
You're welcome. Thank you, Judge. I'll talk
All
to you
right, are the bar results in yet?
No.
soon. Not yet. We're all hanging out here in limbo. I heard somebody yell no. We're all like,
That's
no.
Robert Mauer.
Son's waiting to.
Yeah, so his son is waiting. I always tell people, when they should do something where when you take the bar, they should put it through the system and you pass right then and there. How hard is that?
Right. I mean,
Or at least,
we send people to Mars. I mean, we send ships to Mars and we can't make a decision on who passed the bar exam.
yeah, I know there's probably some essay portion, but at least they could let you know how you did on the multiple choice or whatever. So you go out there with some feeling.
That's right. I agree 100%.
Because when I think once you take the exam, you immediately want to know, but as the months drag on, you're like, I just rather not know. Then you go back
Right.
to, I want to know now.
Yes,
So, well, I know he's going to do great.
thank you so much.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Take care. Jeff.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, you have to go through training. There's different like. Yeah. The times. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. And Ms. Ferguson, did you speak with Mr. Statesman concerning Mr. Delgado? All right, thank you.
Because we want to see. Yeah, that's. I think it's just.
Lost the tooth.
Yeah, the talking cherry. Is that your desk, sir? You can share if you want.
Thank you.
Yeah. And they got a picture. Yeah. Yeah. Was one of the first role. Yeah. Okay. 13 setting in a row, 30 years, first 2000. That's on video. I'm just here the phones now. Turn it on camera. Because you could definitely. Hi, I didn't think this. I wanted to say, you know, if you really have to clone your file, and be a professional. You can't keep this. For 66. Well, yeah, I held about it, but who I knew it world. And if you really exist, make sure you yeah. No big class. You guys mind if I fill it? I would love it.
Yes. Mhm.
I'm gonna up to the travel and then email. From the prosecutor.
Okay. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Brenda's very solid. Normie, could you call the other attorneys and make sure they are here? Thank you.
Yeah, I do survive. Yeah, I realized that. I remember hearing. Wow.
Yeah. And then you got her out.
Oh, I did see. I saw. It's like, yeah.
It's good next year in Jackson County. He took up not our trees, I don't know, we have this. But it's gonna be a little bit. So Jeremy. Yeah, he's on.
All right, Jeremy Alvarez.
She's in custody.
All right, Mr. Alvarez, if you come forward. All right, so where are we on this case?
Judge, I just spoke to Mr. Alvarez. Apparently, he was out on bond and there was a bond violation. I told him I'd filed a motion to set bond. I need to review the discovery. I'm not quite sure where we are as far as status. I think this is the first time I talked to Mr. Alvarez, to be honest with you.
All right, and so do you have anything showing why he was revoked? So is there any videos or anything that's outstanding?
Judge, my office did not send me with my file, so I cannot tell you. I would.
So
be-
you're fileless.
Yes, clueless as well, because
Mhm.
I couldn't really tell you what I've received or not.
Is that similar to Oklahoma? Is that a dagger?
Oh,
Oh, see, I say this, but then watch Saturday, we're not going to perform very well.
who was your old, was it Les Miles? Who was your old coach at Les Miles?
No, Ogeron.
But who was the one that they interviewed him about his $17 million payout? They're like, what'd you say? It's like, where's the door?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm out of here.
You know, I do think that what they should start doing with coaches, everybody should start off with a base salary. I know that would be considered, what do you call that?
Heresy?
No, not heresy. I forget the legal term. It'll come to me. But they should start everybody with a base salary. And then how far you go, that's when you get your bonuses. Now you start with this high salary. And it doesn't matter if you go anywhere or not. You go to a bowl game, they give you a bonus on top of.
That's why A&M doesn't fire Jimbo Fisher, because his buyout is 85 million.
Mhm. Yeah. And I know he's probably like, please buy me out.
Take that money and
He's saying
Jimbo
Jimbo
Fisher's
Fisher.
buyout is 85 million. Is it?
It's something insane,
Yeah.
yeah, so we can't even afford.
We have
to keep them.
So I guess the Booster Club and the Alumni Association, you're like, we got to pay our law school loans and our college loans. We can't pay the $85 million.
Well,
to
they
get
just
it
paid
back.
$4 million for David Hicks, that the #1 defensive lineman. He was supposed to commit to OU.
Mhm.
Had done an interview, know your commit. It was supposed to be broadcast on the OU website, and the next day he committed to A&M. Hadn't told anybody.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know, what they should do is they should hire me as the coach and I could bring on an offensive coordinator. I'm in charge of defense. I can bring on an offensive coordinator, but I can handle the defense. Yeah, we'll see what happens. People are happy about the Dallas Cowboys. My brother,
They should be, because they're America's team.
my brother is a huge fan of the Dallas Cowboys. But as we all know, the Cowboys usually break hearts. But there you go. We'll see what happens. Saints are breaking my heart.
They bring Dak back and now they start losing.
By who?
Don't
Oh,
start
okay.
that.
All right. Can you print that out? Because I'd like to
Yeah.
know why I do that. So I'm the one who issued a judge's warrant for your
I'm
client.
sure the court feels bad about it.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Ferguson, can we recall this back in 1 month and state, will you be prepared to make an offer at that time?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll wait through my discovery before I come back.
All right, so we're gonna come back on November 9th, and Mr. Alvarez, I'm being told I'm the one who remanded you without bond. I don't do that without reason, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and if there's something that you wish to have that recall or have a hearing on that, you'll need to let Ms. Ferguson know so we can do a PR bond evaluation, because that'll give me the data I need to make a decision.
I'll follow motion, and then I'll talk to Norma.
All right,
All right,
thank you.
Judge.
You're welcome. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck this weekend.
I'm going.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be there?
We're flying Rachel in from New York.
All right, so am I gonna see you in the stands
I'll probably be
crying?
under arrest.
Are you gonna be crying or are you gonna be praying?
Well, the problem is kickoff's at 11. and you can't even get a good buzz on by 11 o'clock in the morning. You know, my brother-in-law has the tickets and he wants us to meet him at 7 o'clock. I'm like, you're out of your freaking mind. Of course, he's got a 6-year-old.
Yeah, you got to meet him there at 7.
Yeah, but we're, Rachel's flying in and we're gonna go shopping on Friday and we're going to dinner. And then my wife made a reservation at a piano bar. The same piano bar we went to last year.
Mhm.
We had a brutal day the next day.
Well, tell Rachel I said hello.
I will, I'll see you on.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay. We're gonna-
see how small. Here, it was so green, you could see like something happened, he just started rushing towards it. And all his feet seemed to break.
All right, who's here on Jacqueline Wells? All right, Jacqueline Wells is in custody, correct? All right, that's gonna have to be recalled tomorrow. Norma on Wells. That's gonna be recalled tomorrow. And so Deputy Mejia, you can take her back and let her know we'll see her tomorrow. Mr. Delgado, we're gonna let you meet your attorney, but we're gonna call you back tomorrow as well. All right, Starling Rodriguez. Can I see that file, please? All right, Norma, it shows that Starling Rodriguez is reset for October 14th. Not for today. Okay. Here you go. All right, Jonathan Ruiz. What is happening with this case? Good morning. Yes. It's not indicted, so there's no file. Yes, what is happening?
Your Honor, I this morning I conferred with the state, and I also conferred with my client regarding his bond situation.
Mhm.
And he has a low bond in each one of the cases, but he's a former foster youth, so he doesn't have any familial support. He acknowledges that he has a drug substance abuse issue, and so he wants to avail himself to the.
Have you spoken to the state on the bond issue?
Yes, we discussed.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so state, are you in agreement to appear bond or?
Yes, Judge, as long as he's being transferred to lifetime recovery.
All right, so we're gonna go on the record. And night mag number 673-490-673-492, State of Texas versus Jonathan Ruiz. The court is in receipt of a PR bond evaluation. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state
Pretty Sparks.
defense?
I further plead for the defendant, Jonathan Ruiz, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Ruiz?
Are you Jonathan Ruiz?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you okay, Mr. Ruiz?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm wondering, why do you need to look to your attorney to answer if you are who I think you are? So are you okay today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so is there any objection to the court granting the application for PR bond state?
No, Judge, as long as he's being transferred to lifetime recovery.
Okay. All right, so the bonds in each of the cases for the felony cases are $500 each, which usually a bondsman will ask for maybe $50 or $5 sometimes. And so you're saying your client, off the record, you said your client doesn't have any family?
That's correct, Your Honor. His foster parents divorced and the foster mother went her own way. She's never heard from her again and pretty much lost contact with his foster father.
All right, the court has reviewed the PR bond application. The court will grant the PR bond, but you are going to be placed in the residential treatment facility at Lifetime Recovery, and you will be released to Lifetime Recovery. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I'll waive the bond fees. I don't know why they have this dated at the bottom as though the court is receiving this in August. So the record can be clear. This PR bond report was given to the court today on October 5th, 2022, and not August 17th, 2022. All right, Mr. Ruiz, here's the thing. If you don't show up for your court dates, then what's going to end up happening is a warrant may be issued for your arrest, and you're going to be right back here dressed in orange. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And everybody always wants treatment, usually, when they've been in custody. And then they get out, they smell the free air, and then they forget that they're supposed to be going to inpatient treatment. What I can tell you is that you don't know what people are putting in drugs. The next time you use may be the last time you use. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm granting the PR bond in both cases. I'm going to order that you go to lifetime treatment. I'm waiving the bond fee in both of the cases. I'm also going to be asking that there be random UAs. The fees for that will be waived, and of course, no weapon possession. State, is there anything else you're requesting?
No, Judge, I think that's it.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Ruiz.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse you, Your Honor.
Yes. All right, who's here on Arthur Scarborough?
I am.
All right, and what is happening with Mrs. Scarborough? Yes.
He would like, well, his wife would like a bond because he has cystic fibrosis and he's on a CPAP machine and he's not getting any of his medication.
Okay, is this on the docket today?
He's not.
Okay, so what I'll do is we'll recall it tomorrow so that we can have your client brought over and we'll have a hearing on the bond issue.
I can try to be here early in the morning. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get here for him. I told his wife I would ask for the bond.
All right, so at this point in time, because I need to have certain information, I don't have it, I
Right.
can't grant it.
Thank you for telling me that. I will let her know.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure.
There you are. Yes.
Good
Good morning.
Still morning? Good morning.
Yes.
With your permission, I have a non-docket agreed order on a bond modification from home to work release.
Okay.
What happened to the color on the camera, Judge?
Hmm?
What happened to the color on the?
Oh, they are, I have no idea. They said that they're working on that. That's been happening for a while now. Yes, it is.
Appreciate that. Thank
You're welcome.
you.
All right. So where's Tony Jimenez on Leticia Lopez? Okay, all right, thank you. All right, if you could place me on mute, please. Double check. Okay. All right, so everyone, we're going to take our break here and we will be back at 1.